Hi everyone, it's Adriana here. I'm doing this live, but it will be up on my channel. So I am doing these tarot readings. Just thought I'd do something kind of just laid back, honestly, and fun, but still interesting and hopefully entertaining to you all that are watching or will be watching. So thank you for joining me. If you are joining in live or if you are seeing this after it's already up on my channel. Okay, so I am going to be looking at the real Dracula for Halloween. I just thought I'd do something kind of related. And I'll also be doing some tarot cards on Three-Eye Atlas. You know, that's been in talks around just pretty much with everybody, I feel like. I have not really been following too much on it recently, also because I wanted to go into the tarot reading on it with kind of a blank slate, so I'm a bit more unbiased going into it. So yeah, but yeah, let's start. Let's start with Dracula. So he is actually a real historical figure. For those of you who don't know that, Vlad Dracula. So I was playing around with the galactic chart, trying to figure out his birthday. Nobody really knows for sure, but they suspect his birthday was November or December in 14. Let me go back. 1431. So I could definitely see him being a Scorpio. Maybe Sagittarius. Some people were saying he could be Sagittarius, so yeah. But nobody knows his exact birthday. But I was just a little curious to see if I could figure out what his birthday was. Is there a way for me to share? I can share screen. Okay. Oh, that just reminded me. Before I do that, actually, I have to pick the winner from the giveaway that we were doing with my podcast that I do with my grandmother, Heart to Heart Astrology podcast. So we had 3 people enter. I think there was other people who entered, but I don't know if they didn't read the full way to enter, but we never got an email. I think I saw like a couple comments. So we weren't really sure if they were entering or not, but we never received an email. Neither of us received an email. So I'm sorry, but you know, that was kind of part of it. And it was like comment, like, subscribe. And I think some people only did like one of those things. And then you had to email us because otherwise we won't be able to get a hold of you. There's no way to get in contact or let you know that you won. So 3 people officially entered the giveaway. My grandmother, Caitlin, she's already got her one picked, so I let her go first. So she got her person. So it's literally just going to be a 50-50 draw for me. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. So it's all fair and square. The wheel of names. Here we go. So we got Christy and Pamela. Literally 50-50 shot here. So let's click to spin. Okay, looks like Pamela won. Congratulations, Pamela. I'm going to send you an email probably tomorrow because it might be late for you. Well, it's late for me right now, so it might not be too late for you if you're in the United States, which I think you were. So congratulations, Pamela. And yeah, just look out next time if you missed out. Okay. So yes. Oh, maybe it didn't show up for some of you. I don't know why it didn't. it was basically a wheel that spun around the two names, so it wasn't too important anyways if it didn't show for some reason. But yeah, so congratulations again to Pamela. I will email you. Now let's go back to what I was talking about. So yes, Vlad Dracula, the real life Dracula. I suspect his birthday was maybe around the beginning of November when I was plugging in different dates. I put in like his location he was born. He died, I didn't know this actually. He died he was beheaded, and they actually like sent it to whoever the ruler was. Pretty gruesome, but I think he lived a pretty gruesome life with his reputation, right? So I was looking for, because I'm a galactic astrologer, for those of you who don't know, I do galactic astrology, so I study the stars with charts too. And I was looking for the star Algol, which is the Medusa star. And if you're familiar with Greek mythology, Perseus cuts Medusa's head off. But I wasn't able to get Algol to show up in conjunction with the planets. But I did get one of the stars from the Perseus constellation called Capulus, which is very similar energy to the Algol star. It's kind of like Algol is Medusa, the dark feminine, and then Capulus, I would say, is like the masculine equivalent to that. So I thought that was interesting. It's on his midheaven. Hopefully it's not a dark screen, but chart. So yeah, this isn't an exact date of his birth. We don't know for sure. Nobody knows exactly, but this is beginning. I put November 2nd. So, maybe a few days before, maybe a few days after. You see the midheaven is on Capulus here. So again, that star is in the Perseus constellation, and the star is located where he holds the sword in his hand. And that is the sword that he used to, behead Medusa. So I think that's interesting. That could be a possibility maybe for his chart. I do think, Scorpio would be very, from what we know in history, I think that's very fitting for him with a Leo ascendant. Yeah, that like leadership type quality and fearlessness, but loyalty also to, his country. Protective, yeah. So just thought that was interesting for those of you that might also maybe find that interesting too. Let's get into the tarot cards for Mr. Dracula. So I'll just get one card. I'm not going to go too in depth with this, I'll probably do more cards for Three Eye Atlas because that's more current and what's going on now. And I think some of you guys are interested in that. And this will also, I think, to give people a chance to jump on here for the free live reading. So again, I'm just going to do up to 3 people. If there's more people that join in and want one, then I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll see how time goes, how I'm feeling. Okay, so let me just kind of clear the energy here before I go into this. Please note, I am not a channeler. This is all through my own intuition, and I use the cards as a tool here to pull through my intuition. So I'm not channeling Vlad Dracula or anyone else for that matter. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna cast a circle for protection. Cast a circle for protection, and it is Samhain right now. This is the time where the veil is thinnest. So I'm asking for the protection of my ancestors and those who are watching, for their ancestors, to also protect them where it seems necessary. Okay, so I do have the TV on in the other room, so I hope it's not picking up on this video, but it's for the dogs. So I'm not home right now. I'm dog sitting, so um, it's getting late, so they're settling in. But I just have a little background noise on for them in the other room, so I hope it's not picking up on here too much, or hopefully not at all. So yeah, I just, should I do one question, or maybe I should do a couple? I think the one that people would probably would want to know the most is if he was really a vampire. Should we do that? Why not? Let's do that. Or maybe I could even word it as, was he really a vampire or some sort of, I don't know, something different from human, maybe? Okay, let's see. Okay, Vlad Dracula, was he, if we are meant to know this information, a vampire or some sort of otherworldly creature, something different from human? Let's word it like that. Oh, I got something right away. Oh, the moon. So secretive. The wolves howling at the moon, and there's the Scorpio energy, like I was seeing with his birth chart. I was suspecting he was Scorpio. So, okay, that is very mysterious. It's something definitely hidden. Maybe we're not supposed to know. Maybe we're not supposed to know if he really was a vampire or some other, creature. Hi, thanks for joining. First come, first serve for the live readings. Pop your questions in the chat. I'll be doing them after these couple of readings. Okay, yeah, so that is spooky. I don't know. I feel like that's really spooky. Maybe we're not supposed to know because the moon is all about things that are hidden, deceptions. Unless that was the deception, maybe he had to kind of like put that persona on to deceive the enemies. I mean, he probably did a really good job with it, with what he was doing, right? He was impaling people. So, maybe it's not all it seems. Maybe it's not as it seems. Let's get another card. Let's get another card on the same question. Was Vlad Dracula a real vampire or some sort of other creature? Just one more card, just for clarity with that moon. But again, maybe we're not meant to know. Maybe it's just like some secrets are best to be kept hidden. Okay. Yeah, it kind of feels like I got the Ace of Cups here. Overflowing. Yeah, it was like a blessing and a curse. A blessing and a curse. I feel like he had to do it, for his people, honestly. Interesting. This is getting a lot of water energy too. So again, kind of reaffirming the suspicion I have that he was a Scorpio. Yeah. I don't know. I'm honestly, like, my intuition's telling me, like, it just feels like we're not really supposed to know, but he did what was best. He did what was best for his people, for his country, even if it was a little dark, I see 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, so yeah, it just feels like his country was in a bad way. Yeah, so, I just feel like he was trying to do what was best for his people. And maybe, you know, that involved some deception around that, but yeah. Anything else we should know about Vlad Dracula? Just one card. Anything else we should know about him? Vlad Dracula. Okay. Yeah. It's just kind of, yeah, just it just feels like leave it be. I'm getting that, leave it be. Just like leave things in the past, like moving on from it. It almost feels like too, just moving on from the, you know, the ideology of him being a vampire or some other creature. Yeah, and just seeing just leave it as it was, you know. So yeah, it does feel very much just leave it in the past. So, you know, people from Romania can speak on this. You know, I'm sure they have an appreciation for him with what he did for the country, right? So, Queen of Swords is here. So, yeah, it feels like he had to do what he had to do. Very blunt. He had to do what he had to do. So, and that brings me back to that Capulus star, that fixed star Capulus that I saw in his suspected birth chart. So, yeah. So, you know, a little mysterious with that one, right? A little mysterious, but I think some things maybe are just better left unsaid or up to your own discernment, right? Okay, so I see a couple questions that have come in. Thank you. So that's 2. Okay, for the first one, Crazy Polaroid, if you could clarify, is this in relation to a relationship? Just if you could clarify that, please. I'm assuming that's what it is. So yes, if you send in the question. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so if you guys are just jumping on here, I'm now going to do some tarot reading insight on the mysterious 3-eye atlas, and then I will be going to your questions. And like I said, limit up to 3 people, but if I'm feeling up to it, I might do more, depending, you know, how time goes and how I'm feeling energy-wise. Okay, so let's look at, 3-eye atlas. So a couple of you guys have said about, I even myself wanted to do a reading on this. Haven't looked at anything about it recently, so I could try to keep more of an unbiased approach to it. I honestly don't know what to think of it. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, I could go into a whole conversation about that. Like, I definitely am somebody who believes in extraterrestrial life and other beings. Part of my work as a galactic soul reader is looking at past lives, and I look at past lives beyond Earth past lives. So yes, I do think there's other realms that exist beyond our comprehension. And I try to intuit that as best as I can in those past life readings. So, you know, with 3-eye atlas, could it be, you know, something otherworldly coming in? Maybe. Could it be conspiracy? Could it be hoax? That could also be true. Okay. Yeah. So again, just make sure to put your questions in the chat to be added in. All right, so 3-eye atlas. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any thoughts? I don't know if anyone that's on here is people that I've connected to where they might have thoughts about this. Okay, so I'm just shuffling my cards, and then let's see if I can try to get some insight into this. Okay. Three-Eye Atlas. What the heck is it? What is it? Let's start with that question. What is Three-Eye Atlas? What is Three-Eye Atlas? Okay, Three of Wands comes out here. Feels, yeah, well, it's definitely distant. I was gonna say foreign, distant. Okay. Maybe it is otherworldly, I don't know. Daryl says that you were watching a session. It was just about sending codes into the sun. Sending codes into the sun. What kind of codes? Like, what does that mean? Like sending some sort of signal? Like you said, a transmission, something like that? Interesting. What is Three-Eye Atlas? What is it? Let's get some more cards. King of Swords is here. It's being controlled in some way. Control. And it's here. If there's a reason. There's a reason for it. Something about there's a reason. A purpose. Six of Wands on the bottom here. Which is a very positive card. Tell me more about this. What is Three-Eye Atlas? What is it? Maybe I should just ask, is it NASA shared news about it. Yeah. See, NASA. I'm suspicious of NASA. I'm one of those. So I don't know. But I feel like that there is something to be said though when NASA does share about it. So yeah, that is a good point. There's something to be said there. Yeah. But then it makes me think like, is it planted? Is it? Let me just pause for a second because I feel like I have to get this off my chest. What we're seeing right now, we're in this time, right, where even I sometimes can't even tell what's real and what's AI anymore. Like even it's just silly videos on the internet. Like maybe I'll watch it a couple of times and be like, oh wait, no, it's not real. Or they're like too far-fetched, so they're doing that on purpose, right? They are literally putting us, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on now, but they're literally putting us into this confusion bubble, right? So that we cannot figure out what is actually true and what's not. I think they're, really trying to confuse us on purpose, for their own, whatever their motives are, so that's my little tinfoil hat tangent. But I'm just, I see it in the astrology too, and just in general. We're in this, age of AI. And don't get me wrong, like I do like some AI if it's like playful or like for like, saying like a lot. If it's for creative things, like even in my galactic soul readings, I'll plug in some prompt to generate like a nice picture that I can include in it. So, there's nice things with it that are just harmless, but then it's getting to a point where I think it's just becoming out of control. And we're in the age of Aquarius though, so, yeah. Three-Eye Atlas is definitely a craft. We just need to know if this is Project Bluebeam. I hope not. Ask if it has bad intentions. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm just going back to, and then Daryl, yeah, you mentioned about digital ID. Yeah, so that's been a thing over here in the UK that they were trying to push, but nobody here, I don't know anybody here. I mean, I don't know a lot of people, but just from online, it seems like nobody wants digital ID here. So why are they trying to force it, you know? So yeah, I don't know if that's, you said something about balancing out the energy with that. Maybe. So yeah, let's ask if it has bad intentions. Yeah, good question. Okay, three-eye atlas as an object, whatever it is, does it have bad intentions towards the collective? Does it have bad intentions towards us, the collective people? Oh, this card comes out again. 6 of Wands, the victory card. It feels like help. Feels supportive. Okay, let's get another card for clarity. Does three-eye atlas have bad intentions towards humanity? Does three-eye atlas have bad intentions towards humanity? King of Pentacles. I'm getting positive cards. I'm getting positive cards, guys. King of Pentacles here. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like help. It feels like support. But what kind of support would that look like? It's a very masculine type of energy too. It's like intervening with this card too in particular, like intervention, intervening. Yeah, I mean, this is a card of stability, security, protection. This is a really, positive king here, very protective. The Knight of Wands, it's like rushing in, which I get kind of mixed feelings with this one because it almost feels forced. Forced intervention. What is the purpose? I'm going to ask this. What is the purpose of Three-Eye Atlas? What is its purpose? If there is one, what is the purpose of Three-Eye Atlas? What is the purpose? A divine intervention. Ace of Swords. I don't know. I'm getting something positive from it. I mean, that is just divine action taking place here. Maybe something about balancing out the energy. I don't know why, though, or how. But this is the card on the bottom here, 7 of Pentacles. This is about, you reap what you sow, right? What seeds have you planted in your garden? It's like helping to rebuild, to regrow. Let's see. How can I ask? So yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to ask earlier. I want to know if it's man-made or if it's from you know, elsewhere. Is 3i Atlas human-made? Oh, got something right away. The Tower. It's not. Okay. This is like, this is structure. This is about building and things that don't work out, that come crumbling down. Okay, it's not human made. That's what I'm getting through. Okay, so yep, I mean, it's definitely, that confirms, you know, it's an object, you know, as they've been saying, that has been coming here, I believe, from Aquarius, the constellation Aquarius, which is also, I also find kind of peculiar because, like I said, we're in the age of Aquarius and we're in these times where things are confusing and the AI. So that's very, Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, and Uranus is all about like humanitarianism and change for the purpose of the collective, for the benefit of the group. So I find it interesting that this object has come from Aquarius, that constellation, and maybe it's doing something in some way to help the collective. What, I don't know if that means, you know, aliens are gonna hop off the object, or if maybe a new discovery could come from the object itself. That would be something that brings us together in some way. We sure could use that, couldn't we? I do, you know, I really hope it is nothing negative. I know Project Bluebeam, yeah, I hope it's nothing like that. I'm not honestly getting anything that would indicate it as that. Yeah, this is on the bottom of the deck too. So like what I was saying before with like you reap what you sow, this is the card of rebuilding, starting fresh and starting solid here, building back up again. So maybe there's some discovery about it that inspires us in some way, because we have a lot of wands here with these cards. I'll show again. We got the 3 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and then the Pentacles too. We got 2 kings. We had the King of Swords and King of Pentacles. So taking action, but making practical steps, practical measures. This is very earthy too. It's very earthy. So maybe some sort of natural element to it too. Are we doing anything like are we sending something out there to check it out? I don't know if that's what's happening with that. Let me know. Yeah, I heard about that theory too, about the banks. Yeah. Is it like a crystal? Yeah, I was just saying something too about it being, feels like part of nature, but comes from out there somewhere. I don't know if there's a way I could really pick that up, to be honest, with the tarot, that question. Yeah, maybe if I could, I'll try my best to intuit that. Is it some sort of craft, or is it more so a natural object, like I don't know, a fragment from an asteroid or something, or meteor? Or is it some sort of mechanical object, or is it more nature-based, more geological? Well, I guess geological wouldn't be the right word, but yeah, more natural. Is it something more natural, substance, or is it... Okay, I got the Four of Swords. Oh, it's like, okay, so this is the coffin. So it's like a pod. So it's not a coffin, but it's a container. It's like a container. Is it Superman? Is Superman or Goku coming? This is like what it feels like. Well, yeah, that's interesting. So it's some sort of container. It's holding something within it. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not really getting, to be honest, nothing really negative other than, the tower that came out when I asked if it was, man-made from us. So that kind of shot that down, that it's not the case for this. Yeah, we'll have to check Space Weather Live. I use that to check for solar flares. Let me just type that, Space Weather Live. I think it's spaceweatherlive.com. I'm just reading the comments. Hi from Arizona. Thanks for joining. I'm from the United States, but I'm in the UK actually, so it's a bit later for me over here. Very, yeah, Arizona. You guys have some strange things that happen over there when it comes to these kind of, otherworldly things. Is there another supermoon? I know we just had a supermoon in October. Is there another one for the full moon next week? I didn't check if it was a supermoon. I believe it's on the 5th, which is actually the holiday here in England. Remember the 5th of November? I don't know if you guys saw that movie, V for Vendetta. So yeah, the full moon, I believe, is taking place on that day. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, any other questions for Three Eye Atlas I should ask? I honestly, just to kind of summarize that up, I don't feel like it's anything negative, and to be honest, it does feel like something otherworldly, from, distant, far away places. So, but I'm not getting anything negative. The only thing that's kind of spooky though is the Four of Swords. Again, not saying it's a coffin, but it's some sort of object that is holding, it feels like it's holding something within it. That doesn't mean it's a being or, something like that. But some sort of container. It's containing something. And again, it could even just be something as like a scientific discovery, maybe. Or I don't know, maybe Superman is in there. I don't know. Will we all see it? Oh yeah, that would be cool. If we see it in the sky. Are we supposed to see it? I know it's nearby this month. It's November now. So are we supposed to see it? Will it be visible for us? I'll ask the tarot still, but has anyone said anything about that? I don't know, maybe if anything, maybe nothing will happen with it. Maybe we'll all just kind of see it and just realize how small we are in the universe, and maybe even for a moment we'll remember that, we shouldn't be so divided in this day and age. but that's the hopeless romantic in me. We can see it from end of November with telescopes. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, I know you mentioned, yeah, about looking at it too. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So will it be visible? Will we all be able to see it? So I guess it's kind of asking, is that true what they've said that we should be able to see Three Eye Atlas? So let's see, is that true? Oh, yes, yes, definitely. It'll be in the sky. This reminds me of when people take long exposure photography of the night sky and we see things move. That's what that reminds me of, actually. Yeah, Daryl says that, yeah, you got a picture of it just before sunrise today. Oh, somebody did. Earlier than expected, coming from behind the sun. Hmm. I wonder if it's doing something with the sun, like you were kind of mentioning, sending some sort of maybe transmission to it. I wonder what it's. I wonder what it's doing. What does it do? Let's ask that. What is it doing with the sun, if anything, right? Let's just assume, maybe it's involved in something with the sun. What is it doing with the sun? What is Three Eye Atlas? What is this object doing with the sun? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Yes, that's a good point. The telescopes are down in America right now with the shutdown of the government. Yeah, good point. Thank you for bringing that up. I forgot about that. So yeah, I I would have remembered those things, but not being there. Yeah. Um, Seven of Cups. Maybe it's not doing anything. I don't know. I'm not really getting anything with that card. What is it doing with the sun? Seven of Cups. If it is doing anything with the sun, I don't know. Seven. Is there significance of the seven? What's the seven in numerology? I'm not a numerologist, but I'm just curious. I'm going to look. Seven meaning. You always say lucky number seven, right? Seven signifies intellect, spirituality, and a deep search for truth. So maybe this is just kind of reiterating our curiosity for this object. I'm not really sure. I'm not getting anything on it doing something with the sun. Unless the sun is maybe fueling it in some way. If anything, though, it doesn't feel bad, to be honest. Which is kind of relieving to hear because I didn't want to get anything bad, unless it had to come out, of course. But it's kind of a relief to get something. I feel like things have been so negative lately. So yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not getting anything really too negative about Three Eye Atlas here. So again, to sum this up, it definitely is confirming what I'm feeling through the cards here, that it is a foreign object of some kind of vessel maybe, or container that is moving in here, but it doesn't feel like anything negative. And it just feels like one of those divine occurrences that happen in some unexplained way for us. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I do think we will be able to see it, though. I do think so. Maybe, though, with some sort of high-powered camera or telescope, though. So keeping that in mind. I believe we have something by our moon, too. There's like some new, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's some sort of like an asteroid or some sort of object too that's by the moon that's going to be kind of hanging out there for a while. I don't remember the name of it now. But yeah, so got a lot of activity going on in our skies and space, all that, the unusual, right? We are in this age of all things unusual. So all right, so I'm gonna get now to the live readings. I had some questions come through, so those of you who sent questions in, thank you. And like I said, if I have time, I will try to get any more questions that come in. So let me just go back. Crazy Polaroid. What is Donnell's next action towards me? Okay, I'm gonna switch up my cards. Switch them up now. Give those cards a chance to breathe, clear the energy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna use my cat tarot deck. A bit more lighthearted with these cards, so hope you all don't mind it. Maybe kind of fitting too for the relationship questions, honestly, too. Okay, so Crazy Polaroid. You want to know what Donnell's next actions towards you are? And this is in relation to a relationship. Okay. Crazy Polaroid. Donnell. What is Donnell's actions towards Crazy Polaroid? Let me just bring this up a bit more. I feel like I'm squinting. The text is so small in the chat. Okay, the Fool is here. I feel like you've been on a very long journey with Donnell. Ooh, feels very heavy. Heavy but rewarding, because Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. It feels like a long time coming. It's a 0-2, so it's there's a closing of a chapter here. It feels like, so there's a new chapter coming in, an end of one chapter and starting a new one. Yeah, you're being encouraged to reflect on the journey that you've had with Donnell, with the relationship. Oh, do you have a black cat? Aw. I have a gray tabby. He's a British short hair, so he has like the round face, the chubby cheeks. He's so cute. So I'm glad I chose the cat deck for you. It must have been very fitting. I feel like your cat will be, well, not even will be, but has been there for you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you got into a big fight. Yeah, it feels like not to be, too critical, but it almost feels like he's the fool, like he's made a fool of himself. I don't always take this card to be that literal, but it does kind of feel like that in a way. Maybe you even have felt like you've made a fool of yourself because of his actions. Okay, so yeah, you're being guided right now to reflect on the journey that you've had with him, to think about everything you've been through. It feels like this long timeline. I feel like even if you haven't been with connected to Donnell, it even feels like maybe it goes beyond to past life. It does feel karmic, not gonna lie. It does feel like a closing of a chapter and a new one to begin. And it's actually a blessing for you. Okay, Ace of Pentacles here. It's a blessing for you. It's a new opportunity to come in, even if it doesn't feel that way. So you know, do with that information what you will. But I'm picking up on, oh, feels like it feels like you're exhausted. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, you've just been going through it with Donnell. So um, think about it, you know, reflect. Is it worth your time and energy to keep investing in this? That's for you, of course, to decide and discern. But it does feel very much like a closing of a chapter, but a start to a new one. So think about, you know, it sounds cliche, but think about your self-worth, your self-care. Think of this whole history that you've had with him. Have you felt more unhappy than happy? You know, tune into how you've been feeling, your mental health, you know, check in with that. So unless maybe he's willing to make some sort of change, or if you, you know, it could be on the other end, if you are willing to make some sort of change, but you'll have to kind of weigh that out in order for a new chapter to come in. It does feel like an ending of something and then a new chapter to begin. Okay. If you do, this goes for everyone too. If you would like a more in-depth reading, yeah, not worth the wait. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Yeah, it feels like it feels like you've been waiting. So maybe it's not worth the wait, you know, anymore. So yeah, just take some time for yourself to reflect on that, of course. So do what feels right for you. This is all just advice and guidance, you know, through the cards here. And if anybody does want a reading, a full reading, you can reach out to me. My email should be down in the description below. That's the best way to contact me for a reading. Again, I do tarot, astrology, past lives, all sorts of things. So if you want some more detail into that. Okay, thank you so much, Crazy Polaroid. Thank you for, yes, absolutely, I do. Private sessions, yeah, all the time, one-on-one, definitely. So could get into more detail if you like. Okay, all right. Thank you for your question and for having me help to guide you. So I wish you the best. Okay, let's go to our next person. We had Marie. Yes, Marie Selentine. That's a pretty name. You said you're wondering, will you and Philip be together again? Okay, getting a lot of love stuff, relationship stuff. We've just been through the eclipse portal, so it is. It's not for the weak, and it was in Libra too. The last one, or the was that the solar eclipse? It was one of the eclipses. I can't remember which one it was now, but there was also something with Libra, which is very much involved with relationships. So, yeah, it's no wonder. So, hang in there, everyone. You're wondering, Marie, if you and Philip will be together again. Okay, so let me just refresh this. So, okay, let's clear the energy. 1, 2, 3. Give it a couple quick shuffles here. Okay, after I do these free readings too, I will close the live here with a collective message too. So I'm going to do like a overall message of like what we all need to know at this time, and especially to those that have joined on here. So feel free to stick around for that. Check out my YouTube channel too if you want to see my other videos, or if you're interested in my podcast that I do. All right. Right, Marie, let's do your question now. Okay. Will Marie and Philip be together again? Mm. He's coming back in with an offer, Marie. Unless it's you, it could be the reverse, but I'm feeling like it's more so him coming in with an offer, trying to win your heart again. It feels like trying to win your heart back, Marie. Okay. Oh, there's some dead energy though with this connection, okay? Not to sound harsh, but the Four of Wands is here. This is the coffin. This is dead energy, which basically means it's not really going anywhere. And I feel like he's put you in this position. Oh gosh, I hope it's not physical. I hope it's not like that. But it might be some sort of emotional abuse. Gosh, I hope it's not to that extent. I just feel like you're in this position though, this yeah. So keeping that in mind, it does look like Philip is gonna come in trying to win your heart back. Be very cautious. Proceed cautiously, I would say. Just like how that cat's kind of looking, one eye open, one eye closed. Proceed with caution, okay? Look at the cups you have in front of you. Know that you do have other options here. Keep that in mind, okay? So kind of reflect on that. I feel like it's been maybe even affecting your sleep. But just very, very much mental health. So make sure you take care of your mental health, Marie, okay? Most of all, put your mental health first. That goes for everyone, right? So I hope that you saw that, Marie. I don't know if you're still on, but I hope that helps guide you here. Okay, and next question we got, let me go back. Can I become, what's CA? Can I become CA this time? Let's see, who, was there another? I'm not sure what that means. Did I miss something? Can I become CA? Rajni, are you still on here? If you could clarify that. I don't know if you're still here. I don't know what CA stands for. You didn't clarify in the chat. What I'll do is I'll go to the next person. And if Rajni does come back, you can clarify. But yeah, I'm going to go to the next person for time's sake. So it's not bad. I've been on for an hour now. So yeah, maybe I can get a couple more questions done here that you've submitted. I believe, yes. So Nita. Hi, Nita. So your question, what are S intentions towards me? Okay, are you trying to, I think, maybe keep it anonymous? Which is fine, by the way. So should I say his or her? I'll just say maybe their, since I don't know exactly. So S, I'm assuming that's their initial. So what are their intentions towards you, Nita? I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Okay, so yes, this is for Nita. Let me clear the energy though from the last reading. Okay, so closing that reading, 2, 3, and going to do Nita's. All the love and relationship readings. Okay. It's all first, like I said, first come, first serve. I'm going through the chat, so I'll try to get to everyone's questions. Yes, hello. Yes, it is a free reading. I'm just going through the chat first, so making sure that I was doing up to 3 people, but if I have time, I will get to the other questions. So if you do have a question, feel free to pop it in the chat and hopefully I can get to it as long as it doesn't take me too long to get through the other ones, okay? So going back to Nita, I think she is keeping the person's name anonymous, which is totally fine. I respect that. So what is their intentions for Nita? And the initial is S. What is their intentions towards Nita? And if that's not your real name either, that's also totally fine. I know we all use different usernames on here and things. It's all about the energy at the end of the day. So what are S's intentions towards Nita? What are S's intentions towards Nita? Oh, okay, Nita. He's looking for the long haul. He or she is looking for the long haul here. A relationship, definitely. Maybe even a family. They want the whole package. Happily ever after. This is like the happily ever after card with this rainbow. How cute. Look at their little kittens. He wants the full package. He or she wants that with you. Very beautiful. This is a very loving card. Okay, there has been some drama though, I see. The tower is on the bottom of the deck. Maybe the drama didn't involve you directly, Nita. Maybe it was some other external thing that was going on. Something happened. Something went down. But that being said, he is looking for that life with you, that relationship. Maybe even a family. So you will have to ask yourself, is that what you also want? Is that what you are looking for? Okay. All right. So let's see. Where's the next question here? Like I said, guys, if you want a more in-depth reading, you can contact me at my email in the description below. You can have a one-on-one reading with me. Let me go back. Okay, then I'm just seeing a lot of stuff from when we were doing the 3-Eye Atlas reading. Okay, yeah, so I think I can get to these new questions that are on. All right. Okay, so Jivitham, excuse me if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. Another relationship one. You want to know, I'm assuming relationship. Sounds like it. Raghavendra's feelings towards you. Okay, let me just reset my cards here. Okay. If you've made it this far too, please don't forget to like this video. It helps, small astrologers and tarot readers like myself. Would really appreciate that in exchange for this reading to please like and subscribe. Okay. Okay, Raghavendra's feelings towards you. Okay. What are her feelings towards? I don't know if this is your real name, unless it's a username, but like I said, it all has to do with energy. Jivitham, Raghavendra's feelings towards you. Jivitha, okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Raghavendra's feelings towards them. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card. I feel guided to do two. It looks good. Let's see. Okay, we got the Six of Wands here. That's the first card. I felt like something else wanted to come out though too, so that's why I did another card for you. Okay. This is a victorious energy. She sees you as very successful, I feel like. Especially in terms of a relationship. She feels like this is, something that could work out quite nicely and be successful in that way. Also, I think she can acknowledge that you are pursuing her. I get the feeling that you are trying to pursue her and to win her affection, win her love, which I think she does appreciate. She likes that very much. I do see, though, the Three of Pentacles here. Now, when I get the Three of Pentacles, usually it has to do with some sort of financial struggle. Or seeking out help, from somebody. So there could be some sort of financial influence. Maybe she's worried about her own finances and your finances too, like how they will work together in a relationship for some reason. It feels like financial counsel, finance counseling, financial counseling. Unless that's the type of work that you do, like accounting or something like that. So yeah, it doesn't feel bad. It just feels like one of those things that is something that is on her mind and she's considering. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles, though. Okay, so I'm glad I looked at that on the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Pentacles, see here on the bottom of the deck, that is a sign of financial security. Okay, so it must have to do with what you do. Yeah, so I feel like she appreciates the work that you do, like you help people in some way with your job. So she really does, she appreciates that. Okay, that makes more sense now. It's coming in more clearly. So she does see security and stability with you. And she definitely sees that potential. Okay, so very nice. Okay, if you would like me again to look more into that for you, again, emails down below to contact me for your own personal reading. I think I'm just going to do one more question and then I'm going to end the video with an overall oracle message to wrap it up. So, but thank you all who have joined me this far. You're so welcome. Thank you for joining in. Again, please like this video, help support a small astrologer and tarot reader like myself by liking and subscribing to my channel. Would really appreciate it. It's just the way of, YouTube's algorithm, right? So yes, thank you for joining in. Let's go to one more question, like I said. So it was Holistic Map. Yeah, your name is Divya. Hi, Divya. Please tell me, how long will it take for me to find a job or career opportunity? Okay. All right, so make sure that's there. So see. Again, let me clear the energy. So give me a moment. If you want to listen back to the video, it will be posted on my channel after, so you can always come back if you want to hear your reading again. If I haven't said that already, I can't remember if I said it now. But yes, it will be posted on my channel, so you can go back to your reading again. Maybe try to look at your timestamp on here so you can find it. I know we're like over an hour in now. Okay, Divya. Okay, we got a career question. How long will it take for me to find a job career opportunity? Okay, I'll try to give my best guidance on this. Do keep in mind with tarot, it's guidance, so I may not be able to actually pinpoint a certain time frame or a set time, but I'll try my best to get that for you so you have an idea at least. Okay, so how long will it take Divya to find a job or some sort of career opportunity? Guidance for Divya on when she will find a job or career opportunity. I know it's difficult out there. Okay, the Fool, and something else was sticking out too, the Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah, you're really struggling with this, Divya. I really feel for you. I know it is difficult. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you've been having just really bad luck, like harsh, feels like harsh people that you're dealing with, like a harsh manager. But yeah, I feel like someone's got to give you an opportunity here. The good news is, Divya, you have the Fool here. The Fool card, this was out actually with one of the very first questions we had on this video. The Fool is all about endings, but new beginnings here. It's a completion. So it's time for you to think about this journey that you've been on. It does very much feel like you have been really trying to find something out there, like sending out applications, interviewing. Yeah, I could feel the effort you've been putting in, and it feels like it's been a long time, and I could feel the stress you're yeah, feeling from that. So yeah, you don't have a job right now. Yeah, gosh, I know it's like so stressful dealing with that. I've been there too. So yeah, the good thing with the Fool is this symbolizes that a new chapter is on the horizon, though. So it is coming soon. So I hope that reassures you. It feels like it's been such a long process, but there is something coming in for you, and it's coming in soon. So I feel like just around the corner here. Um, Going back to the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is about enlightenment and becoming more wiser and knowledgeable, right? So I think maybe you need to kind of take a new approach to it. What are there some things that you've realized when applying for jobs? Is there certain patterns or things you've noticed that are just not quite working out? I think now it's time to mix things up a little bit and see if you can apply your skills to something else. Okay, so something, yeah, something there with that. I wonder if do you have an interest in teaching or counseling, something in that way, just out of curiosity, because that would be very in line with these cards too, um, or even travel. It could be literally, that type of thing. If not, though, that's okay. Design is your field. Yes. Oh, and you're a good counselor. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I also did design too, and yeah, it is a competitive field. I totally understand. Trust me. Oh gosh, yeah, it is a very competitive field, design. So yeah, I'm getting the feeling that you may need to change things up a little on your approach to what you're applying for. Okay, so maybe think outside the box a little bit. Um, Maybe it feels like taking control of it in some way. Maybe doing freelance even just to help you get by. I can just this is outside of the tarot reading, but I can just recommend Fiverr to you. It's not much, but it's something, especially if you don't have a job right now. I would use Fiverr. I'll put that in the chat for you. That's how I, started out doing this. So and now I do astrology. So yeah, looking for freelance. Yes, yeah. I would suggest to go on Fiverr. You can totally create your own profile and put readings and stuff on there. So yeah, that's just, outside of this reading, that was just my own bias coming in because I understand. So yeah, it feels like you got to kind of think outside the box a little bit and look at other things that you would be good at that you could do just to help you kind of get by, but still maybe do stuff like freelance work on the side to keep your skill set going, especially with design, right? So yeah, it's a new chapter coming in for you, Divya. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. May the gods and goddesses also bless you. Oh, I practice a polytheism too, actually. So Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Again, if anyone here wants, a more in-depth reading, available through my email. Oh, I forgot to say too, I'm on Telegram. So if you guys ever want to join me on my Telegram channel, I put special offers on there, and sometimes I'll do like horoscope updates. So if you want to join my Telegram channel, it's StarrySkyReadings. So same name as on YouTube here. Yeah, much love to you. Much love to all of you who have sent in your questions. I am sorry I'm not going to be able to get to the rest of the questions that came through. Um, but yes, so, oh, to reach out to me, yes, through my email, which is in the description below. I'll type it in the chat, though, just so it's there too. Thank you so much. Oh, so sweet. I feel so lucky to have such sweet people that I connect with. I really do. I've connected with so many sweet people this past year. Well, the past 2 years really, it's been ever since doing the astrology too, because that's what I mainly do is astrology now, than rather than the tarot. But still doing the tarot, obviously, as you can see. Okay. So I'm going to close the reading. Let me just get a quick drink. My tea's gone cold. Forgot about it. Mm. It's decaf though anyways. It's late for me. It's getting a little late. I'm always up pretty late though anyways. I'm going to, yes, get a collective message. So I'm going to pull a tarot card, and I'm going to do an oracle card too from my Moonology deck. So this again is a collective message for everyone that we should know right now. Okay. So closing the reading here with a collective message. What should we know at this time? What should the collective know at this time? Okay, justice. Ooh, very Libra energy. That kind of takes me back to just even the past month from October, that Libra energy and the eclipses, that eclipse portal that was going on there. Justice being served, a balancing of things, okay? Things are getting balanced out. And long-term commitments. This equilibrium here, you see this with these wands? There's like this balancing happening here. Justice is being served. This could be on many levels. It could be through the government, of course. It could be through our personal lives. Very Libra energy, yeah. Okay, let's get an oracle message. Okay, again, using my Moonology card. What's an oracle message? We have a full moon coming up too, so that's in a few days. Or by the time you're watching this, might have already happened. Collective message, what do we need to know at this time? What does the collective need to know at this time? Beautiful message. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. This is a transitional period right now. Have faith in your dreams and aspirations moving forward. This is a temporary period. So when we think of this, this crescent moon, this is all temporary. It's part of the phase we're going through. So we're going through a transitional time here. Oh, look at this, guys. I didn't see this on the bottom. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Look at that. The scales. I love when there's synchronicity. Love it. Just what I was saying with the Libra. I have a Libra moon, so I think I don't know, pick up on that. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah, things are balancing out. I mean, speaking collectively, right? Things have felt so divided with just the energy and everyone for a long time too, really. But I feel like it's just getting worse. But I feel like it has to get worse before it can get better. And it's like, I don't know what that thing is called, where it just keeps teetering back and forth, and then it finally just like a pendulum, and it keeps going back and forth, and then it finally stops, and it stops in place. So it's like we are getting to that too. You have a Libra moon too? Oh, no wonder we connected. Oh, that's my one of my best friends is a Libra, a sun. But yeah, I think I just we must have that connection with that. Definitely. Yeah, so we're lover girls, the Libra moons, hopeless romantics. Um, anyways, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, it just feels really nice. So justice is coming in. Things are balancing out. Bottom of the deck. It's a win-win. I'll read from the booklet too, and then I will close this reading. I'll do it from the Have Faith in Your Dreams. I kind of actually, to be honest, I want to read this one. I feel like that I'm more interested in what this, balancing is to get more specifics. So let's go to that. Full moon in Libra. And that could too be a message for us to look back at what happened during Libra season. Maybe we need to look back at something that happened during that time around Libra season, or even around when the full moon in Libra was, and kind of reevaluate, reassess, or it could just be on our minds anyways. Full moon in Libra. I just want to read the full detailed description for this oracle card. That looks so beautiful. Here we go. Okay. Sorry if my voice is kind of starting to crack a little bit, guys. Let's see. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. Remember, I had the marriage card too for the tarot deck. So for some of you, that could mean taking the next steps in your relationship. Okay, that could apply to some of you. So just take it how it resonates. Of course, this is very general. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. So let go of the following. See the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. It is time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. Just a little bit of vanity, maybe. Now is a great time for a makeover. Okay, well, maybe it is a little bit of vanity as the that's very Libra too. Okay, so yeah. I was getting a lot of relationship questions too, in the chat, so it's no wonder, like I was saying earlier, with Libra season just ending. So yeah, not just ending, but it did end, a month ago. So there still could be definitely things that have happened, transpired, and with those eclipses that happened. Divya said, I woke up in the middle of the night, suddenly 3:45 a.m. here, perhaps to attend this live session. Oh, that's so nice. I'm so glad you felt guided. And thank you all who have joined in on this live reading. I always try to do this every year. I realized though last year I didn't do it. I think I was probably busy. But I always try to do one for Halloween and then maybe do another live reading sometime in between. So it's just hard to find the time. Life is so busy. But yeah, whoever stuck around this long, thank you for joining in. Again, please like this video, comment if anything resonated, and feel free to reach out to me to book a reading. Take care.